It should be there. Here we are. Did you? Oh, good. The sound's working. Ooh, a couple little checks there. Okay. Do you have it pulled up, Brandy?
Mine's not up yet.
Okay.
It is. Maybe.
Well, happy Wednesday, folks.
Happy.
We are back for another WCN Live, number 169, believe it or not. We're here in the break room of the Wilson County News, and we have an exciting interview today with someone who will introduce himself in a minute. I am Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, your host today.
I'm Brandy Hawkins, Customer Service Representative.
And
I'm Ray Herrera, a Wilson County Veteran Service Officer.
thank you for being here today and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And welcome back, everyone. First things first, we want to recognize and thank our sponsor, Price CDRJ. That's Price Chrysler Dodge Ram and Jeep here in Floresville. You can learn more on their website at www.pricecdrj.com. You can visit them on 181 South, and they kind of have a big setup there. You'll see Richardson's and Price together. You can shop cars and careers, but do look them up. They're a great location, and they've been a loyal sponsor, and we really appreciate them. Thank you, Price. Next thing, we will go ahead and we need to draw a winner. So this is from our comment contest, and every week when we have these live videos, we are asking that you make comments while we're live, and your comments will be gathered, and we draw them randomly the next week. So these comments are from last week's video, and if you would please do us the honors and draw a winner for us.
Yes. Do you want me to open it?
Yeah. Who do we have there?
Nancy de la Zerda.
Nancy de la Zerda. Congratulations, Nancy. Great. She is our winner today. And Brandy's going to take care of contacting you and letting you know if you haven't joined us yet. But hopefully she'll get to join in today for this conversation. She is the winner of a C Street Gift Shop gift bag. So thank you, Nancy, and thank you for all of you joining us. Be sure to post your comments today while we're live so you'll have a chance to win next week when we draw a winner. Well, basically, let's get started then. Okay, so today's conversation is with Mr. Raymond Herrera, and he is the Wilson County's new Veteran Service Officer, and he's going to tell us some about himself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from.
Yes, so my name is Ray Herrera, Raymond, but I prefer Ray, is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I am the new Wilson County Veteran Service Officer, and I just want to say thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure being here and being able to be a part of the Wilson County News.
We're glad to have you. Thank you.
So a little bit about myself. I'm originally from El Paso, Texas. Still a Texan, even though we're far west.
Yeah. True.
I joined the military at 17 years old. My mother had to pretty much sign a waiver so I can get in.
Wow.
Spent 4 years active duty, a little over 4 years. I did get extended for a last deployment, which probably was one of my best deployments, I would say. Shortly after that, I got out on my own, honorable discharge, and I attended college. That was something I definitely wanted to do. I was taking classes actually while active duty, one class here and there at a time. And then I pursued my bachelor's degree. I finished that in 3 years, and then I rolled right into my master's degree in criminal justice. So
Great.
it was my intention, coming out of the military, that you can easily get into law enforcement. And it was a passion since I was a child.
Okay.
So during college, though, I actually worked for Veteran Services in the education field, as well as in starting small businesses for veterans. So that's kind of what originally started my my passion for assisting veterans.
Nice.
After that, I did work in law enforcement for a short period. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I thought in my head I wanted to make it a career. But things changed. Specifically, my wife was in the medical field, and myself in law enforcement. So time away, time for family was scarce. And we both decided that the best thing for our family and how we wanted to move forward is being more present at home.
Right.
And with that, you know, we had to have a change of careers.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife changed to education, and I changed into this field, back into veteran services.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What drew you into Wilson County? At what point did you find us?
So Wilson County, when I first got out of the military, I moved to Arlington, Texas for a year, and then down to South Texas, where my wife is originally from.
Okay.
And she's from a small town. It's called Alton, Texas. It's a farm and ranchers type area.
Nice.
I lived there for about 8 years.
Mhm.
I remember I'm more of a city boy. I consider myself in El Paso, Texas, a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of upset when I first, you know, got there, because I was like,
What
this
am
is
I
not
doing?
something that I will like.
Cool.
But it definitely grew on me.
That's
I learned to appreciate the slow pace, and the community there, the veteran community there is,
Mhm.
is big. And it is because of that community is why, you know, I'm
Mhm.
able to be in this position
Mhm.
today. So when I moved to San Antonio,
Mhm.
I did the same job. So I worked for Hidalgo County
Okay.
as a veteran service officer, assistant veteran service
Yeah.
officer, should I say. And then I moved to Bexar County,
Mhm.
where I became a military service officer, which is pretty much the same thing with just change of name, of
Mhm.
label. And I was able to assist veterans there.
Mhm.
So while I was there, we actually stayed in an Airbnb for about 8 months, you
Mhm.
know, looking for a home, you know, because it's a
Yeah.
big decision,
Yeah.
buying a home for a
Mhm.
long time. And I told my wife, I think we could sacrifice
Mhm.
up front.
Yeah.
That way, the longevity, we can find something for, you know, where we feel we want to be for a long-term period.
Interesting.
So I definitely told her it's outside 1604. And I found Wilson County. We
Yeah.
went to Castroville, you know, Hill Country area, and
Right.
specifically the Bernia area is where
Mhm.
we moved to.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. We love it there still today. My wife is, you know, serving as a teacher there in Livonia High
Okay.
School. So it's just been a great experience for my family.
Well, fantastic. And, well, the community welcomes you. That's exciting. Well, let's see here. So that really gave us your background and how you came to be here in Wilson County Veteran Service Officer. And how are you liking it so far?
I love it. I'm definitely in my element. This is what I've been doing.
Yeah,
This
it
is what
sounds like it.
I'm passionate about. Giving back to veterans and in your community has a great fulfillment.
Mhm.
And I don't find anything more fulfilling than being able to solve somebody else's problems. You know, and I feel like it does carry a burden, you know,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, it's worth being able to change people's lives. And
Mhm.
I truly believe that the type of services that, you know, veteran service officers provide is definitely can be generationally changing.
Well, speaking of, what do Veteran Services Office, what do you get from that? What services do you provide?
So pretty much anything that's veteran related,
Mhm.
as well as military, right?
Okay.
Now my main forte, I would say, is their VA disability compensation,
Mm.
but we help from things like
Okay.
education, burial benefits,
Oh.
survivors benefits, which is very
Mhm. important
important because, you know,
Yeah.
our all spouses, you know, serve along with military members,
Mhm.
and they go through the hardships while in the service as well as afterwards. So definitely catering to our
Mhm.
dependents of service members is
Mhm.
truly important as well.
Wow, that's great. Well, so tell us, what exactly is the Wilson County Veteran Services Office?
So Wilson County Veteran Service
Just-
Office is
yeah.
it's a separate entity
Mhm.
for veteran services. It's
Okay.
separate from Texas Veterans Commission,
Okay.
separate from other organizations that may do something similar,
Okay.
but I think it's more personal
Okay.
because you are more your expert in your field within your community. So
Okay.
you know the dynamics of the veterans in the community and the need.
Mhm.
You know, other organizations that are maybe a lot larger, you know, have an influx of veterans of all types from all different areas.
Mhm.
So you truly get to know on a personal level, especially being in a small town, veterans in your community.
Think so. Okay. Well, in that case, what services are you able to help veterans receive at your office?
So the main one, like I stated, is VA disability, things like education, not just for veterans, but as well as their dependents. Healthcare, getting enrolled into healthcare, navigating healthcare with the VA system. The closest one to us is going to be Seguin. After that, we have multiple outpatient clinics as well as the hospitals within San Antonio. And, yep.
Okay.
We do have a question.
Oh, good.
From Sharon Pullman.
Good
Do
point.
you only service Wilson County area residents?
So that's a great question. Thank
I
you.
would bet.
Typically, from what I've been used to working with other counties veteran service offices, they typically do service veterans within that county only. But now, us being a rural area, as well as there are some counties in Texas that don't have a veteran service officer. So, making exceptions on a case-by-case basis is definitely something that I am considering and have done already, and will continue to do so to better serve our veterans in our area.
That's good.
And is the Veteran Service Office separate from the Veterans Commission?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we are separate from Texas Veterans Commission, although we are a great partnership. So they provide different types of training and training so I can upkeep with my accreditations. With that, that is only the state accreditation. I'm also nationally accredited through different organizations like the National County Veteran Service Association, as well as organizations like VFW and DAV as well.
And so this, I think, may double over some of what you said too, but I don't know, is this a good question to even ask, but what are some of the common inquiries you get at your office and the process of resolving some of those? If that's something you want to talk about?
Yes, that's definitely a great question. I did write a few down just in case. So one of the main questions I see commonly is how and what can I file? So many veterans don't understand, what they can claim for disability compensation purposes. So every veteran is different. Every veteran experiences things different and, serve different time periods and maybe exposed to different things. So I truly try to cater it to each veteran. So being able to sit down and build a rapport is essential in trying to give that feedback. So I don't think...
and you basically help them find their answers.
Correct,
right?
yes.
So you're a good starting point. I mean, any question related to their field, because you're either going to be able to actually take care of that for them or with them, or you can refer them to the right resource, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Was there anything else you wanted to say about that? That sounded pretty...
No, just
well-rounded
catering
as far as the
per
process.
veteran and making sure bringing to light, because
Yeah.
they don't understand what is claimable, and I try to tell
Yeah.
veterans pretty much anything that was on active duty that you were exposed to, you're treated for, can be claimable.
Wow. So is this something too you want to share about? But what are some of the factors or life events that may be a reason to reach out to your office?
So for a veteran, service member or former service member moving into Wilson County, I definitely want to make contact with you and see how I can be of service. I want to plug you into the services in our community, which are here already, and anything I can do with my office.
Great. Well, and then in that case, how does a veteran or military dependent get in touch with you in your office and start the process?
Yes, by looking our office up online at Wilson County Veteran Service Office. My email is on there as well as my phone number. Now, currently, this is a part-time position, which will change come October. This will be a full-time position.
Okay.
But I'm trying to fit in as many appointments, but I make sure I call back every voicemail and respond to every email.
Because you've actually been in that office now, it's been a month?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then going October you'll be there full time.
Yes, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So they can look up your phone number. Do you know what the phone number is?
I don't
No,
know
we'll
it
have
at
to
the
look
top
it
of
up.
my head.
Do you have a Facebook page or anything like that, or it's just the website? to
We
go
don't
to?
have a Facebook page. I know one existed prior. That's something I will be
Might put
moving
on your
forward
to-do
on.
list.
Yes.
Great, great. Let's see here. Well, is there anything that we have left out? Anything you'd still like to cover while we still are live? Anything we missed?
I think just one thing, we are having a veterans breakfast coming up.
Yes.
My predecessor, Mr.
I
Grimm,
remember
was
those.
known, and as well as the community leaders, to put together a veterans breakfast, which has been great for our community.
Yeah,
So I want
I
to
can
continue
imagine.
that service and contribute as I can. So that will be on October 28th.
Okay.
The location is still pending at this time, but keep a lookout on
Right.
Wilson County News,
Right.
as well as our county website. I will be posting maybe a flyer
Okay.
there for that information.
Good. Yeah. As soon as we have that, we'll put it on our community calendar and sure get a brief out in the newspaper. And thank you, Nanette. She shared in the comments the direct link to the website, also the phone number 393-7376, and his email address. So, yeah, y'all check it out in the comments, and we'll be sure to include that in our language going forward here, so that we can all connect with you. Well, that's exciting. Looking forward to hearing more about the Veterans Breakfast and other things that you'll be part of in the community. So especially
Yes.
knowing that you'll be there full time, that's going to be great
Most
for
definitely,
the
yeah.
community.
For so long, it's been a part-time position, and I believe the county judge is definitely supporting the veteran
Yeah,
services.
can see the need,
Yes.
right? Do you know how many veterans are in our area?
I do
Or is
not.
that a list you're trying to build?
That is definitely a list. So part of me coming in is definitely a data collection. I want to definitely be a data-driven office based off of need, and
Right.
it has to start somewhere. So I'll be the foundational to start that process, to show
Interesting.
our county officials the need here in Wilson County, because I know
Right.
there is a lot of
Oh, yeah.
retired regular veterans
Right.
here in our area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention the veterans home that is just full
Sure.
of veterans.
Right, right. And you have your American Legion group here that's very strong. You have a lot, and you're just not even just talking Floresville, but all over the county. Yeah, we know they're
Yes.
there, so we want to help get the word out that you're the resource that they
Yes,
can call
definitely.
on.
I mean, it's pretty amazing that, as you stated, other organizations, and that is part of my my to-do list is
Right.
is getting connected with these groups, different groups
Exactly.
that are already existing, and they've already worked together. It's just me seeing how now I can contribute
Right, how
to
you
this
plug
great
in.
community.
Absolutely, I can totally see that. That's fantastic.
And I know the Veterans Breakfast has been a great tool to get
Yeah.
more information out to the public. We've volunteered there for
Yes.
years, so
Right.
it's definitely a great opportunity. And once information gets available, if you're a veteran, please come and join us, because it is a great time to network, to get more information, to be able to talk with Ray and other veterans orientated businesses.
Yeah.
So
And I
Great.
know you guys have given the invite,
Mhm.
possibly having more extensions of sit downs like this,
Yeah.
and I would definitely take you up on that offer and maybe break down different type of services like more in detail.
Yeah, especially as you get a little bit deeper into the community and learning,
Yes.
more really what's going on, and what people are needing.
Yes.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing that feedback and having that connection with you. Oh, good. And yes, Nanette also shared an article that we recently ran called Faith, Family, Community Inspire New County Veteran Service Officer. And that was the one that we were talking about earlier, I think, that our reporter Greg Rips
Yes.
interviewed you. And it was a really good article. You need to look it up. So follow the link and read about that, because he tells a fascinating story from your days in the military, in the Navy, and other
Yes.
things. So
Now about that,
Yeah.
it's very personal. It's
Yeah.
very personal, and I don't think I've shared that with really anybody, even the small details that I
Oops.
did. But I think it's important to connect with my veterans in my community and build that rapport.
Right.
But there are other veterans out here in our community that are what I would call real heroes. And I just want to say thank you for your service, all veterans in our community. And maybe another thing is a little to-do list is highlighting different veterans, with their service and how they've done great things serving our country.
Yeah, I can definitely see the inspiration and ideas forming for you, and well, really do look forward to seeing what's to come.
Awesome.
So, from
Thank
your
you.
office, yeah.
And
Well-
then any other future developments you have looking forward?
So I do have, some short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals that I'm already setting. Something short-term is definitely, just getting down to the foundation. Working full-time, being able to, get veterans in, seen, and serviced is very important to me. So I don't want to lose that being a one-person office temporarily.
Yeah.
And I say that temporarily because maybe that is something data-driven
Right.
to show that, our manpower is, or more manpower is needed
Right.
for our office. So growing our office is definitely another thing for the future that I would look to do.
Yeah, because so right now you would be the one answering the phone and answering the emails. So
Correct.
you're trying to get all of that information together. Yeah.
Yes,
I could
yes,
say.
yes. And I think, 1 year
need.
gives you an idea, 2-year,
Yeah.
kind of gives you, but I think 3 solid years is definitely something where you can truly make some long-term
Right.
adjustments.
Right.
But there's this thing that we say, assess and reassess in the
Yeah.
military, and that's pretty much what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Seeing what I'm dealing with and the budget I have, and the services that need to be given. And as the year passes, the years go,
Right.
I will adjust and reassess.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
As always.
Yes, yes. Well, we really thank you for coming on the show today. That was all I had. Did you have anything else?
Just their resources again, where
Oh,
they
yeah.
can keep up with your information on what's going on,
Yes.
which would be the website.
Currently, just our county website, Wilson County News. You guys are doing
Yeah.
great, and
We'll
and
keep it out
even
there.
prior, before I was here, I learned a lot from the veteran service officer,
Right.
my predecessor,
Right.
and what he did great things while he was here
Yeah.
through Wilson County News. So you guys in
Wonderful.
our county website, and look in the future for some social media opportunities that we will have with our office as well.
Sounds great. Well, we thank you for joining us today, and that wraps up our conversation. We look forward to next week's conversation. Be sure to join us. But before we say goodbye, we want to thank our sponsor, Price Chrysler Dodge Ram and Jeep here in Floresville. You can find them online at www.pricecdrj.com. They're located on 181. They not only sell cars, but you can get a career there. So also they have a phenomenal service department. Like, I can't even, it's huge. You need to check it out. They have regular specials. They're always advertising in the Wilson County News. So be sure to check out Price Chrysler Dodge Ram and Jeep in Floresville. And thank you for being a sponsor of this episode again. So comment. We look forward to drawing your name next week, and join us next week. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ray, for coming.